I make content every day on YouTube while working 10 hours at work and sometimes 12 hours. And today I'm going to show you how I stay disciplined and how I get this content out. Making YouTube videos for me, I'm on a 90-day challenge and it's non-negotiable. I wrote down in my notebook, this notebook, and I printed it off. I printed it off and signed it that I'm making videos for 90 days. 90 days, 90 videos, and it is a non-negotiable. When you write things down, it's a contract to yourself. All these terms and conditions that we accept whenever we sign up with apps or when we buy a car or buy a house, we take it seriously because we know that it's legally binding. If we don't do it, we can face going to jail, getting sued, or anything like that. So we have to take the promises that we make to ourselves as very serious. We can't just not do it because we don't feel like it. I know we're not gonna have the best days sometimes, but if you make a decision to make a commitment to yourself, you need to follow through with that because one, it's gonna build confidence. Two, you're gonna trust yourself to be able to be capable of doing more things. So it's non-negotiable. I haven't even had dinner yet. I haven't even eaten anything yet. Right when I get off of work, I don't think about eating. What's up, man? But when I get off of work, I don't worry about eating. It makes me think about this guy named Ralph Smart. He has a channel called Infinite Waters Diving Deep. And he always starts his videos off by saying, haven't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So he always starts off his videos by talking about how he hasn't even had breakfast yet. He's so dedicated to making content and to providing value that he skips breakfast. And similarly, I skip dinner until I finish uploading this video. Then I can worry about dinner and eating and things like that. I'm so committed to doing what I have to do on YouTube that I'm not worried about just eating dinner. It's definitely a sacrifice, but that's what I want to tell you is that there's going to be some times when you have to do something that you want to do and you're going to have to sacrifice. That may mean you have to sacrifice going out, spending time with certain friends, doing a certain action that's probably not good for you. That's the type of mindset that you have to have when you want to accomplish certain things. I'm talking about relaxation, recreation, like playing the game, like video games, talking to my friends on the phone, being on social media. I don't do any of that. Once I get off of work, I get off of work at 5:30. From 6 o'clock when I get to my destination to however long it takes to make this content, edit it, post it, I'm doing that. I don't have conversations with people. I say, hey, I'll get back to you in a second. I'm doing my YouTube channel. I'm very focused on this and this is a goal that I have to complete. I don't let anything distract me from that goal. So when I'm at work and if I have a break, then I will use that break to edit the video, post it up, think of video ideas, think of scripts, think of all that stuff like that, YouTube stuff. So when I'm at work, I try to do the back end stuff. I'm using this app called Opus Clip, and that takes my long form videos and that chops it up into shorter videos. And I take those shorter videos and I post those as shorts on YouTube, Reels on IG, Reels on TikTok, all those different things like that. It gives me more free time and less stress to have to think about, oh, I gotta post this every day at this time. So once you get into a good routine, that's what you need to get into. You need to have a time where you know that, hey, I'm locking in from 5 to 9. That's all my business. I'm treating YouTube as a business because eventually it will pay me. I've already had a channel where I've had over 6K subscribers and that channel got monetized and I was making money from that. And so it's not about the money, but it's about the value. I want to make sure that I'm providing good value for you guys, that I have good content ideas, and that I'm coming with a good amount of energy and that I'm focused for you guys. That's why I have to give up certain things and give that energy to you. I also use an app called Descript. Descript is an editor like iMovie or DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, any of those video editors. But the cool thing about Descript is that it transcribes, turns all your video into text. So as I'm talking right now, I upload it into Descript and it'll turn this video into a text form like a blog. And all I have to do is anytime I go in there and I mess up on my words or I say filler words like you know, like, you know what I mean? See, all those different words like that, I'll trim it out because it makes the video flow smoother. Also, I try to speak as I've been doing this challenge. I've been getting better at speaking more fluently and not having to use as many filler words and get my ideas across better. And I try to just have as least cuts as possible. I don't do too many complicated edits right now. In the future, once we have more of a following and I grow in my business more, I want to take more time that I'm not working, because I don't want to be working at my 9 to 5 in the future. But once I work less and I'm doing content creation more, then that way I'll be able to add a little bit more edits and cool things like that. But honestly, I think people nowadays really want to see more authentic stuff, people that they can trust. We have a lot of AI and a lot of fake stuff, a lot of AI slop, a lot of fake people doing stuff that they don't really do in real life. So I just want to be a person that you can trust and that's sincere and genuine. Like, I made a video a few days ago where I was talking about this conversation I had with my dad. I ended up crying. I was not expecting to cry on the video. I'm not an actor. I cannot cry on cue. But that's why I think these videos are great, because I don't have to tell you, hey, make sure you watch to the end. Because if you're vibing with me, then you're just gonna watch to the end, because you may never know what type of thing I'm gonna say, because I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't script my videos, but I have an idea of what I'm gonna say. And that's why I'm trying to get better at speaking consistently. That's why I'm walking too. If you notice in the last few videos, I've been walking. It's helped me to get my ideas flowing, because it allows me to think of you, or think of the camera, because you are my friend, but think of looking at the camera like a friend. Because if you never try to make videos, it's kind of weird, because you're just talking to yourself. And when you're talking to a camera, it feels a little bit awkward. So the more you do it, the better you get. So that's another thing I like to do. One of the number one things that I do to keep myself accountable is I remember my why. Why am I doing this? Why is making YouTube content for 90 days so important to me? Why is posting content to you so important to me? It's because I do not want to be working at a 9 to 5 or a job where people talk to me disrespectfully. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My supervisor today, he called me an idiot. He said there's this idiot with gold teeth. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. But at the same time, that's what I have to do for work. I know I have a goal, and until I hit my goal, I'm gonna have to do what I have to do. And I'm gonna just let that roll off me like water off a duck's back. But I don't wanna be at a place where people can disrespect me, or where I have to be at a certain place at a certain time to make money, or give up some of my morals or values just to get a paycheck. Also, I have a whole bunch of other creative things that I wanna do. And I know that me and the talents and the opportunities out there are abundant. And I want my children, I want my girl, my wife, I want my family to experience abundance and a good life. And I know that it's possible. I don't want to be living like I'm tired and just not living like I'm the best version of myself anymore. So that's my why. If I'm not doing this, I know that I'll just feel like a lesser version of myself, because I know that making YouTube content will just be in the back of my mind, just gnawing at me, just like knowing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not doing this. Just like being lazy or procrastinating. We know that when we have that feeling of being lazy or being procrastinating, especially doing something that we know we need to do, we feel like shit. We feel like, dang, I know I need to go to the gym. I know I shouldn't have ate that whole cake by myself, or you know what it is. There's certain things that we do or don't do that make us feel guilty. And I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody for their actions, but it's just, you know what it is. You know who you are, and you know who you want to be and where you want to be at. And I know that you have those days where you want to do something and you just don't do it. I've had it, and I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling that I didn't accomplish what I needed to accomplish. And I don't want to compare anybody's life or struggle to anybody else, because we've all gone through everything that we need to go through, or what we've gone through, and we all have a different story, we all have different experiences, and nobody can tell you what your path is and what's right or what's wrong. But all I'll say is that there are people who have it way worse, and they are doing it. They're working 3 jobs, they still making content, or they still doing their business, or they still taking care of what got to be taken care of. So I just don't want to give myself the opportunity to make excuses. I really don't like it when people make excuses. Be like, oh, I can't do that. Okay, you can, but it just may be a little bit harder. The doctor says that I'll never do this again. Okay, maybe they say you can't do this, but that doesn't mean you can't try. That doesn't mean that you can't try to get a little bit closer, a little bit better, a little bit more skilled at whatever it is. I don't like it when doctors say certain things like that. They told my mom that she would never get all the strength in her left side again because she had a stroke on her left side. I'm like, why would you say that? It may be challenging, but you don't know what she's capable of, and you don't know what her strength level was before, and if she trains hard enough and she puts her mind to it, where she could be at. And maybe she won't be as strong as she ever was, but she may be strong compared to where she's at now. And so when you put that type of image in somebody's mind, it makes them not want to continue. So that's why I make these type of videos and content, so you guys know that it's possible to improve from where you're at. Never compare yourself to other people, just compare yourself to yourself. And that's the best thing that you can do. That's why I make these videos, to remind you that you are special and that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can gain 300 subscribers in 2 months, you can do it too. And it might just be you starting off with a regular camera or stumbling over your words, saying a lot, not being a perfect person. But eventually, you're gonna become better. And you're gonna be the exact person that's gonna inspire somebody else to do the same thing. And that's all I have to say today. If you found value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like or a subscribe or both. Comment below something that you do to stay locked in and get your goals accomplished. And I'll talk to you guys in tomorrow's video because we are on a 90-day challenge. I think we're on day 13 or 14 now, but I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.